1 Samuel chapter 18. Nu, eens he was through newsen we Saul, Jonathan, and Daavit took a liking to een another, and Jonathan lewd him as muckle as he lewd himself. Saul keepit Daavit wi him fair day on, and widna lot him gang hame to his ain house. Syne Jonathan made a tryst with Daavit, 'cause he liked him sae weel. Jonathan took off the robe he was wearing and gied it to Daavit, along wi' his armour, and his sword, his bow, and his belt. Daavit gaed forever Saul sent him, and did sae weel for himself, at Saul gied him a command i' the army, and a'body took to him, even the army officers. Nu van Daavit on the Levoim come hame fae slaughter o' Philistines. A women folk come out fae all the towns o' Israel to meet King Saul, singing and dancing, with tambourines and all kind o' instruments. 13 they were. A women sung to een another. Saul has killed his Thoosans, and Daavit his 10,000s. Saul turned anger to that. His sail war rankled wi' him. He said, "They're gien Daavit his 10,000s, and to me they just gie Thoosans. They'll be making him king neist." And fae that day on, Saul keepit his een on Daavit. Neist day, an ill wind fell michty come on Saul, and he fell into a dwam. Daavit was playing the harp till him as usual. Saul had a spear in his hand, and he kissed it at Daavit, trying to preen him to a war wi' it. But Daavit joked it out away or twice. Saul was some feared at Daavit, 'cause a meester was wi' Daavit, but he'd forhoot him. So he pat Daavit out o' his house, and pat him in command o' 1,000 men. Daavit led his men i' the fechting. Daavit did weel in all 'at he did, 'cause a meester was wi' him. When Saul saw 'at he was aye successful, he was mair feart o' him nor ever. But all Israel and Judah lewd him, 'cause he was aye at the fore i' the fechting. Saul said to Daavit, "Here's my oldest dochter Merab. I'll gie her till ye as your wife. But for her hand ye maun be stout and fecht the meester's battles." It was in Saul's noddle was that Daavit would be killed by Philistines, and nae by Saul himself. Daavit said to Saul, "Fa am I, or my folk in Israel, at I should be a king's son-in-law." However, when a time come for Saul's queen Merab to get married, she was given as wife to Adriel from Meholah. But Michal, Saul's other queen, took a fancy to Daavit, and when Saul was telled, he was 15. Saul said, "I'll gie her till him. She'll snare him and fess him till his death, at the hands o' the Philistines." So Saul said to Daavit, "You'll be my son-in-law yet. Ye can hae a tither een or a twa." Saul ordered his servants to hae a wordy in Daavit's lug, and say, "A king is weel teen wi' ye, and we all think muckle o' ye. Now is the time for ye to marry a king's dochter." And when Daavit heard this, the Saul's servants, he said, "Div ye think sae lichtly o' marrying a king's dochter, at ye think a peer Hamel chiel like me is up to it? Saul's servants told him that Daavit had said, and Saul said, Go on and say to Daavit, and the king's nae looking for ony tucker, either nor a foreskins or 100 Philistines, as revenge on my fays. But what Saul was thinking was that this was a way to get Daavit killed at the hands of the Philistines. When the servants told Daavit this, he was fine shooted wi' a thought of being a king's son-in-law. Afore a time ran out, Daavit gaed out wi' his men, and slew 200 Philistines, and broke their foreskins, and counted them out to a king, so that he might get to be his son-in-law. And Saul gied him his daughter Michal as his wife. Saul saw that the master was wi' Daavit, and he kent that his daughter Michal loved him. And Saul was aye a mair feared of Daavit, and saw him as a threat for a lave o' his days. If Philistines would come out now and then, to effect on Daavit aye had mair success agin them nor a lave. So he come to be muckle thought o'.